Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijen, and I'm a Dragon Witch. I constantly experiment with dragon magic, dragon energies, and everything that has to do with the dragon. Everything, ever since 2005, 2006, whenever I was awakened, I could feel the dragon. And I could feel very much the power of the dragon, the energy of the dragon. And very much that I was completely connected with the dragon, that I wanted to know more about this. And then I wanted to keep the connection very close. So you have to know something about dragons, and dragons are very strong spirits because they are not dead. They are not dead spirits. Sometimes you can even feel and connect with spirits of the dead. Well, actually, dragons are not spirits of the dead. Dragons are the citizens or some spirits that actually are astral projecting from the dragon realm. The dragon realm is a dimension where they are safe. And yesterday I had a beautiful dream about a dragon. I don't always have beautiful dreams about dragons, but yesterday it was a very beautiful dream. And I had it so it seems that the dragon left something behind. Dragons are what you can consider as amazing poltergeists. Poltergeists are spirits that can physically touch something. Whenever sometimes inside of your house you see something, for example, footsteps, and you don't know, there is no one else. Sometimes it can be that these are poltergeists, and poltergeists can physically touch you. And that is also what happens a lot with dragons. Dragons can sometimes physically touch you, and you can feel that. And whenever your dragon is doing this, your spirit will immediately respond to that. That your spirit also wants to touch them. And sometimes we do it without even knowing it. And like I said, your spirit, your dragon spirit, is not a different spirit. It's you. It's another version of you. It's your draconic higher self. And that is what awakens whenever your dragon is touching you. But yesterday I had a very beautiful dream about a dragon. I could see my dragon, and I would die for my dragon. I would do everything for my dragon. But of course, that is not what they ask. Sometimes they just ask to be together, your dragon god, your dragon guardian, and your own self, but as your higher self, as a dragon's themselves. And that is what I had in this dream. I had my guardian and my god, Tiamat, with me, and I myself was one of them. And we could physically even touch each other. And in the process of this, sometimes it feels like I could feel them. I feel their skin, their scales, but also they are trying to touch me. And I sometimes, before I go to sleep, I could feel that. I can feel the energy of the dragon, but not only the energy, but physically how they are with their claws on me. And that feeling is amazing. It's beautiful. That feeling is undescribable. It's so beautiful that I cannot even explain it in words. And I want to experiment with that as well. I want as much as possible to have this physical touch with the dragon. Because yeah, in this stream we were constantly touching each other. But whenever I whenever I woke up and I had to go to the bathroom, I was like in like some kind of a trance. I was still thinking about this dream, and my niece then was walking around, and she said, "What is that with your hand?" And I was like, uh, "Oh, I didn't even know that I had that." Blood was still coming out at that moment, and it doesn't even feel anything. I didn't feel anything, like this scratch on my hand. Like it was yesterday. It was the day before, the day before today. So it was yesterday, and that was the night before that I had this dream. But and she was saying, "Oh, it's still bleeding," and I said, "Doesn't feel anything. I don't feel anything." And I could very much remember that my dragon guardian was also touching my hand. It was like he was doing it not for the intention to hurt ourselves, not the intention to hurt me, but the intention to grab me. And I did the same thing. Dragon claws can be very, very sharp. And I can, of course, like I said, I didn't even feel it. And it was only my niece that said, "Oh, you're bleeding." But my goddess, my dragon goddess, I mean, there's something that my dragon can do every day, every single day. I don't mind that because our human body is fragile, And sometimes your dragon might not even understand that. That sometimes we sit on the bed trying to get some sleep. And that is what I have a lot. That I can feel the presence of the dragon, but feeling also the dragon doing like this, like on my shoulder. And sometimes I can even hear the dragon walking around inside my house, inside my room. And sometimes when I go to the forest, I could hear the footsteps of my dragon just beside me. Whenever it's very close, I can feel and I can hear that. Sometimes even that your dragon can even physically say something to you, but also physically touch you. And that was so beautiful about this. And like I said, it's been a long time that I've had a very good dream about the dragon, and that was a very good dream. Poltergeists in itself, it's not only about dragons. Poltergeists can come in many ways, many forms, and most of the time they are attached to something or someone. Attached spirits, for example, attached in Christianity or the other religions, they call it like demonic, of course. No, it means that there is a spirit very, very close to you, and this spirit actually wants your attention. This spirit doesn't always have to be a dragon. This spirit is actually a spirit that had a history with your own soul, with your own spirit. And so, like I said, it's actually attached to each other, just like we are attached to each other with the dragon eye, your dragon guardian, your dragon god, and yourself. You are attached to each other, and you are together a very powerful force. The dragon is not a spirit of the dead. He or she is not among the dead. They are not spirits of the dead. They are spirits of the living, and especially that is very strong spirit. A spirit that is not dead, a spirit that is still alive, but on other sides. That is why sometimes people inside of religion call them demons, because they are not spirits of the dead. They are on the other side. But in religions, everything that is not theirs is demons. Like whenever I say, "Oh, the dragon did this," of course, they would say, "Oh yeah, it's a mark of the devil." No, I can actually also say that I just touch something on my bed, but there is nothing sharp on my bed or beside my bed, so I cannot. But I remember this, that the dragon actually touched this, and I felt that. I felt that, but this hand of mine was actually not a human hand like I'm showing you. It was a hand of the dragon. It was with large claws that I had. I can very much remember that inside of this dream, with this large claws that I had, but also with these scales upon. It's so beautiful. It's not wishful thinking. Whenever I started my dragon's path, whenever I started my awakening, I was not thinking, I was not searching for the dragon. It all came by itself. But like your dragon, like I said, your dragon doesn't want to hurt you. They don't want to hurt anything of you. But sometimes they don't even know how fragile you are as a human. Sometimes they don't understand your humanity. That you wake up and it's still bleeding. Whenever my dragon, my guardian dragon, was touching me in this way, I felt it. I could still feel it. I could still smell it. And whenever I woke up, it's like, "Oh, you're bleeding over there." Didn't even see it. Sometimes I even wake up with the mark of the Trinity. You know, the mark of the Trinity, like 3 claws on my shoulder. That is why on my shoulder they touch me the most. My guardian touched me the most on my shoulder. It's like he wants to say, like, I'm here. Just don't worry, I'm here. I'm close to you. It's actually very beautiful. And sometimes I wake up also with scratches here. You can say the mark of the Trinity because it's always three. Like but it's not. Whenever the dragon would do something like claw marks, then oh my goddess, that would hurt. But this is just simple touch. Keep in mind that the dragon has very sharp claws. I could even see my own claws. My own claws were like gigantic. Like dragon claws could go through everything. It's like swords on a hand. But also very beautiful to witness. And sometimes whenever you feel your own claws, that is surreal. Whenever you feel that inside of this dream, whenever we were touching each other, it's like my dragon goddess as well, like Tiamat, my goddess, Tiamat. The dragon goddess is divine in everything that she has. This is actually the form that she comes with before me all the time. And whenever I saw her inside of this dream, and this is like I recognized her, like I've seen this before so many times, like I was coming home and see my guardian as well, like I've seen him every single day. But here in this world, I cannot see them. I can only try to feel them, to know their presence. And inside of this dream, it was like I was home, and whenever I come back, like here, it's like just a memory of just a memory that I had, like that I am inside of some kind of a trance. But I'm actually very glad for this. If this was actually really the mark of my dragon, he can make marks every single time. I'm so close to the dragon, and he can do this every single time when he wants, just to give me like this mark of the poltergeist, the dragon poltergeist. You can say a dragon poltergeist in this. Don't be afraid of poltergeists. Most of the time, these are the ones that are attached to you, or maybe everyone else, someone else. Like I said, doesn't need to be a dragon, but in our case, poltergeists are the dragons, and they are here actually to be your guardian and to be your protector and to guide you inside of this life. And like I said, like this, this is not like to hurt us. This is actually an accident that sometimes they forget how fragile we are as humans. So, my brothers and sisters, be blessed.